Hi there, this is Leah with Mommyish. Thank you for your interest in the new builder block styles. They're not too tricky to use, but I think it deserves a little bit of a tutorial just so you kind of have in your mind how it works. Basically, there's layers, excuse me, a layer effect and a pattern, a repeating pattern, a seamless pattern. The first three patterns work off of a 75 by 75 pixel grid. 75 would be one little block area. Most blocks are at least 2 by 2s, so I would say a perfect square block that we're used to would be a half an inch or 150 by 150. So there's 150 by 150. That's going to be your initial square type block. If you're wanting it a bit wider, for example, we would do a 600. That's a 2-inch block. Maybe 450. You see, 300. We're going to work within those. Well, you don't have to work within it, but this is how we're going to get our best effect. So what you're going to do, we have our block. We're going to, oops. We are going to apply a style, and you'll notice you're like, hey, wait a second, that does not look right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to open up our layer style palette and click on pattern overlay and then snap to origin, and there we are, just like that. So anytime you're messing around or it looks weird or wonky, snap to origin, just like that. Alright, so we're going to do another one with a different style. I think I'm going to do, let's see, we want this one to be the width, again, we're going to go with the 150, and the height, I'm going with 600, a big long one for this one. And I'm going to just have this one overlap like that. We're going to change the color for the heck of it to a green. I'm going to use another one of the styles, like that one, or let's see, which one do we want to use? Each style, I've offered various effects for the styles, so you can, for example, this is number 2 of the styles, so that's 1 effect, 2, 3, 4. That one is a little off, I guess. Well, not off, but it's just a different variation. Anyway, and you just play around until what you want. So again, it looks a little wonky. Do not fret. Just go to pattern overlay, snap to origin, and there you go. Now it's set. And then you can start lining these guys up like they would actually work, right? You know, one would overlap the other and whatnot, so it's kind of fun. Well, how would this work with, like, let's say an alpha, like a pixel alpha? This is just for making shapes. What I've done, I've downloaded a font that is a pixel-based font. This one is called 04B03 Regular, and I will have a link to that below. First, I just start with a little type, so I'm going to do sample like that. So we can see here this is only going to work with pixel-based fonts, meaning each of the little spaces or whatever is a square. They're equal squares, so I can tell that would be 2 perfect squares, 2 perfect squares. You see what I mean? Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply the style to it, and right away it's just like, what in the world? But don't worry, it doesn't take a lot of work to get this to look really neat. So again, I'm going to just go ahead and snap to the origin just so I can get a feel, and I can see here as I look at this, what I want to happen is I want this alpha, these 1 by 1 areas, remember we were imagining there it's 1 pixel, one little square is one of these big squares in the pattern. So we can do one of 2 things. We could go to our pattern overlay and play with that and scale it down to 50%, and it fits like perfect. By the magic of TV, that worked perfectly, right? Like, honest to God, I was not expecting that. Yeah, so that's under pattern overlay scale 50%. And look how nice it looks. That's excellent. All right, or if we don't want to scale down and we want to use again, the pattern the way it is, we then will scale our text up. So I can tell like it's about half the size I'd like it to be, so I could just transform the layer to be twice the size, which would be 7 inches. Or you could always play with like the actual point base. And again here, I'm just going to go to snap to origin, and there we are. And as always with styles, what's fun is that you can recolor the different bits of it to be totally unique to what you want. This is why styles are fun, not just for designers, but scrappers as well. So just like that. That wasn't too hard, right? I believe I was told by one of my creative team members that in PSE you can move the layer around, and as you move the layer around, it will you can kind of align how the pattern works that way. I might have to get her to do a tutorial for you guys, since I don't use PSE anymore, but this is in CS how it can work. And that's it. I hope you guys really enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what you guys make. Have a great day. Bye-bye.